Hi, I'm so glad that we found each other here. I'm Miranda and I'm going to give you a tarot reading if you're open to it. I'm a psychic medium and I love what I do and I love how I show up. And I'm so grateful to share this space of communication and insight with you. So sit back, grab a cup of tea, and let's get into it. First of all, we have Archangel Michael coming in, and he's here to remind you not to settle, okay? I know that you may have been looking at your dreams recently and thinking, oh my gosh, is that too big? Am I worthy of receiving what I actually desire? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to make a difference? Are you somebody who wants to do healing energy work? You must remember in this moment, and I'm here to remind you that you are a divine child and you deserve to have your dreams come true. Don't give up, all right? It's when we recognize the power in our passions that we are able to reclaim our energy, right? There's this experience that you are having right now where it looks like you have been connecting to your angelic team more deeply than you ever have. Maybe you're praying with your angels, maybe you're interacting with angel numbers. Who knows? It's different for everybody here, but what we can agree on in the likeness is that divine guidance and loving support is coming forward for you because you have a sacred purpose that you are fulfilling here on this planet. And I think it's really powerful because there's an ancestral legacy that's interweaved within your energy that you may not even see so directly on the surface here. It's important to recognize that, you have been putting in a lot of action that has been aligning you into the electric and magnitude of building your world, how you are creating, the ways that you're expanding. It's important to see that sometimes adjustments are necessary for you to be able to move forward. It's important sometimes for us to make the space to reflect, to take the moment to have the insights. You are going to be the one who brings the most powerful insights through yourself to yourself, all right? And your angels want to highlight an energy right now. So, what energy, emotion, truth is being highlighted here for this beautiful being sitting in front of me? Indecision. Yes, I'm telling you. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Indecision is such a big energy, and it may be, this feels like so aligned because there's a lot of power in recognizing that sometimes not making the decision is actually causing us more tethering to our current experience than what we're moving into. And it's sometimes just about making the decision and deciding that you're going to make the decision. And I know you're like, Miranda, well, if I knew what decision to make, then I would make it. But you know what decision to make. Okay? And if it's not a specific decision that needs to be made, it's a direction that you know that you're being called to move in. And I just want to question here, why? Why is that desire? Why is that vision surfacing? Why are you seeing it as clearly as you are if it was not meant for you as something that you could attain? I think that it's important to recognize, surrender is actually an action step. Releasing control is making the decision to understand and honor that sometimes the best action steps that we can take are ones that are grounded in faith, in the truth. It's surrender feels like sometimes it should be this like hands off energy where, oh, I surrender and I just, I step out of that. But I think that there's a really powerful aspect of surrender that's coming in for you here in particular, because it's like Spirit is saying, you have the vision. Why are you settling? And I mean that with no disrespect. It's like, that you're capable, and feelings of doubt, some of you might be struggling with some of your health. And it's hard sometimes when we've got these densities of experience that are coming in that we know that we need the answers to. And gratitude for all the ways that you've moved. I want you to take a moment to really think about with yourself what it looks like to be grateful for where you are within this adjustment. Changing with ease. When change is on the precipice and you are in the process of building something, it's really important to recognize that not everything is going to be as you intend it to be within how it shows up. But if we open up to what becomes, what flourishes, what rises, there's a powerful magnitude that we can align to with affirming to the universe that this is where we are and this is what we want. Taking time to reflect with this mirror guardian here, this really emphasizes what we were already talking about. When was the last time that you questioned yourself in the mirror? And I don't mean that as in like, well, I guess I should say what I do mean is, sometimes we have these disbeliefs that what is for us is really for us. And when we make those almost spaces for the disbelief, there's so much that can come in that sort of negates where we are and what is actually showing up here. Dream and journey, drum. It's time to play your song. Some of you could be magicians. Stand your ground. Some of you could be, what was I gonna say? I wasn't gonna say magicians, but I literally can't think of the other word, so apparently that's what I'm supposed to say here. Stand your ground, my beautiful friend. All right. Believe that you have the capabilities to see your dreams through. The ways that you water your seeds right now is very important. So let's get some guidance for you and see what you need to know moving forward. King of Wands, yeah. Shine your inner candlelight bright enough for others to follow. I want you to question. I want you to really come face to face with your energy and enemy of self-doubt. And I want you to question why you don't think that your light is bright enough to light up a room. When you know the impact that you've made, you know the vibes, you know what it is, and you know what it has been. It's interesting because I feel like this collective in particular has received a lot of confirmation feedback from those that they impact, those that they affect. And it's like you get this really positive reverberation of energy. Musician was the word. Some of you are magicians. Musicians. But it's like, take that space, take that time. The Three of Wands here. Put yourself out there and you will be rewarded. The follow through is what's being highlighted here. It's not that you're not capable. It's that you're questioning how to start, how to begin. It's time to step out of the manifesting and step into the action of the manifesting. You've manifested it. You have everything that you need here, okay, my friends? Like the Six of Cups. These energies that you are using to leverage moving forward are integrations that you have experienced over times of space, dimension, and it's important, and it's being highlighted here, that compassion for yourself. What does that look like? If you are doing something that's never been done, how do you expect yourself to hold yourself to something that you don't know what to do? If you have children or you've been around children, it's like this energy of showing them the way, holding their hand. If they make a mistake, you show them that they can keep going, right? And it's like this same kind of love, this same kind of self-love and encouragement is what you're being asked to receive from your higher self here, and also with the Three of Pentacles, 3-3 could be significant for someone here. It's important, and you're being reminded that be intentional about who you have on your team. Be intentional about who you integrate into your vision and the roles that they play. You don't need to share everything with everyone, okay? It's important. Compose yourself. The Hermit, the Four of Pentacles. Are you going to be open to what's coming forward for you? And here's the thing, is that there's this build that comes in for you. 333. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel. It's okay to recognize that you have the capability to know that you can do this on your own. All right. You have invested, and it is important. Your work is important here. Four of Wands. We've all got to start somewhere, and it's important to see that when we're beginning, we must embrace the energy of being a beginner. And I know that this is so challenging for so many of us, because it's like we know our skills, we know our capabilities, we know what we're able and willing to lean into, and we know and we have the vision. It feels so real, it's so tangible. You know where this is going. You have the gift of vision, okay? The High Priestess. I mean, a lot of you are very psychic, and if when in doubt, trust the feelings that you receive in your body. Listen. There is wisdom in your body. Listen. Don't allow yourself to compare yourself to everybody and everything that you see and the ways that they are doing it. You are going to do it differently, and you're going to do it differently for a reason. So if you feel like this is a slow beginning, a slow momentum, it's just that, for a very powerful extension of love and compassion and learning and grace. You are going to accumulate more knowledge through moving through the exploration of how and what your end product looks like than starting there. For example, I live stream on TikTok, and I'm so grateful that I've grown an audience over the last few years. Because I'll tell you, if I was just beginning and I received the kind of traffic in my lives that I do now, I think that I would feel very overwhelmed. And I think that I really wouldn't know and feel empowered on how to balance that energy. But now that I've gotten used to taking slow steps, integrating, building up one person at a time, I have been able to really develop beautiful relationships with so many people very personally in my collective through this space that I wouldn't have had if I had just gone to the top straight from where I am or where I was, right? And I know that I may not be at the top of where I want to be, but that doesn't mean that where I am should be discredited, because there was once a version of me that wanted what I have now. And I gave myself the grace to experience and to not settle for my own derogatory, negative ideas of, you can't accomplish this, you can't show up, you can't play in this energy. And I just want to encourage you, please, please, please slow down. You're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time. Grief. And for some of you, it may be that this new experience, this new life, this new part of your expansion requires letting go of an old version of you. And I think sometimes when we hear that, we think about like all the parts of ourselves that are the shadows, that are the parts that we don't like, the things that we like to pick apart about ourselves, our experience, our way of being. But it's like, I think one of the more powerful aspects of that communication is recognizing that this calls for a surrender for you to let go of some of the good parts that you love, for some of the ways that you love living your old life. These are things that you enjoy. And that doesn't mean that it's a punishment. It means that you're being asked to make space. These could be different habits that you're looking at, addictions, just feeling bound in certain areas, different mindsets. It's time to shake up the system and commit to your discipline here, all right? So, moving forward, what energy can we know? Patience. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful confirmation here. Patience. And new beginnings with creation. Whoop, there it is. And self-love, right? Please be sure that you're doing this and showing up in this energy, whatever it is for you, in a way that's self-satisfying. If you build an empire that is created from something that you don't like or that you feel obligated to do that doesn't actually bring you joy, you're not doing a service for yourself. Because when you get to where you want to go and you've created these systems, they don't bring you joy, right? So shake up the system, do it differently. Use your willpower to hone in on your sovereignty, your ultimate power. Adjust that crown, my friends. Double surrender. We got it in 2 decks here. Surrender to what is and what will be. Thank you for letting me read for you. If you like the vibe, make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, know that it was good. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, please feel free to check out my website, thirdeyeroses.com. I would be honored to read for you, my friends. And I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now.